Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defensively, you really can't strip the start much better. You get a 3-and-out sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Patriots take over. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Thomas. It's caught by Mike Evans. give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Let's go.
On 4th down, Thomas. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Hawkins, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. run with Harris out of the shotgun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Patriots had 0-11 now on the year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding about how everyone feels. Because to me, you've got to focus on everyone in the locker room right now. That's what you're playing for. The future, it'll take care of itself.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Thomas. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. And some space here. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes. Was their partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
On 2nd and 12, Thomas. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now it's Hines. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now. First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. Flush to his right. Finding Waddle, crossing the field and bringing it in. 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now Pickett. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg. Thomas out to his left. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st down, Thomas. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Pickett now from the gun here. Open man is Waddle, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action, Pickett. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off the play fake, Thomas. His throw incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Thomas. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Hines. He finds some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Back to throw. Thomas. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
22 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. You have to be a little careful. You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Pickett. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. They'll look to throw here. He's got a man. Complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Patriots, nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Drop 50, drop 50.
To throw is Thomas. A final shot before break. And he can't escape, and down he goes. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Thomas from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Anderson. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out in this 3rd quarter with a little fire instead. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Thomas. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And he's got room.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 51 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Thomas. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
15 life.
Operating from the gun, Thomas. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Check smash, check smash.
Now Thomas throwing on fourth down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Loss of 3 brings up second and goal.
On second down, it's Hawkins. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fair catch. The 25-yard line. The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Thomas. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pickett to throw on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Thomas, and that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Okay, great.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Thomas. That's Bourne. Got it on the slant. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Back to throw, Pickett. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Pickett now on 1st down. Right. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. And not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Ready, set.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Here we go.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Dragon 60.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Steelers 24, Patriots nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder what plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He's got room at the 30, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Panther 80. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Here's Thomas, and he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
After the sack on first down, Thomas. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Buffalo 18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here we go. Here we go. Mustang 19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Pickett back to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Oh, they absolutely pinched a shutout. So it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way. But the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Steelers, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for New England, that first win remains elusive. They dropped to 0-12 now with the loss here. And they'll